An emotional homecoming, a frightening journey.
There was no mention actually of Thailand when I left South Africa. So we were taking a holiday to Brazil.
And that's that.
And that's that.
Babsie is back.
I was like, okay, this is the price you have to pay. You have to be a big girl. If you got yourself this far, then you have to just make sure you get back home and at least say sorry to them.
She opens up about her drug mule days and plans for the future. This is Checkpoint, and I'm Ngepile Mabuse. Who can forget the humiliating scenes played repeatedly on our screens of Nolubabalo Babsie Nobanda's fake dreadlocks stuffed with cocaine being cut at the airport by Thai officials in Bangkok. After 8 years in prison, Eastern Cape-based former drug mule Babsie is back with a degree and determination to be a productive citizen. She shares her frightening journey from Makanda to a Thai prison cell with Checkpoint's Sebe Buthelezi.
The beating of Ingongo happens when an initiate comes home after months in the mountains. It's a way of communicating the young person's return to their ancestors and to celebrate their homecoming. Today, the community of Makanda is performing the ritual to welcome Nolubabalo Babsie Nobanda home after 8 years in a Thai prison.
Bantwana baseMakhanda, xa ndibona ndibona mna. Yes. Ndimoshile kodwa ndibuyile. Ukuze bona bangamoshi.
Growing up, Babsie hoped to make something of her life.
I remember as a little child, just like any child, I had my dreams. And one of those dreams, I remember I wanted to be a lawyer.
She left the Eastern Cape for Gauteng to try and fulfill her dream.
I went to study for a year at Wits University, but because of some financial problems and other issues in the home, I was not able to study further. So I came back and I started working in the magistrate's court in my hometown.
She was a part-time court interpreter at the time.
So how then do you get mixed up in, something that's totally against the law?
Yes, even I asked myself this question when I got arrested, but just to clarify on that as well, I worked in the court, but could not get a permanent job. So later I had to find other means of supporting myself financially.
Her introduction to the drug business was through a close friend.
To be honest with you, these people cannot meet me in the street and give me this kind of proposal. It had to be somebody that I'm comfortable with, and secondly, somebody who knows the personal issues in my life, that at that point in my life, maybe I could get involved in such a thing.
Babsie was not willing to give us the names of the people she was smuggling drugs for. She fears they would kill her if she did. She says she was in emotional turmoil at the time, so when a friend offered an all-expenses-paid trip to Brazil to clear her head, she happily obliged. She says she was never offered money, nor was she ever paid.
I said, both of us, everything paid for, all right, okay, I'm game. And then from then onwards, it was a sense of, okay, you are going. Nobody's really saying what we're going to be doing there, but to be honest with you, I knew something was wrong, but really at the time I didn't care because I just wanted to get away at the time. And actually for me, it was quite easier that they were not naming it, putting a name to it, because all the issues of guilt and knowing and having to ask myself that, is it right to do this? Should I do this? I didn't have to answer them.
In Brazil, the reason for the trip became clearer, she says.
There was no mention actually of Thailand when I left South Africa. So we were taking a holiday to Brazil.
And that's that.
And that's that. It's only later that when I arrived there that now they have to buy tickets. No, we're actually going to Thailand. We're going to Thailand? Yes, that's why we came, because whatever package that we have to take, or whatever it is, we have to take it to Thailand.
And when you heard that, did it scare you, or you just thought, okay, great, more time to escape what I'm going through right now?
No, actually, it scared the hell out of me. But the issue now is that I could not call back home and explain. So my idea at the time was, okay, now you got yourself in a sticky mess. I knew it from that instant. But I said, okay, you just do whatever. And then after you've done whatever, you just go back home and try to stay away from this kind of thing and these kinds of people. But at least just get back home first.
This is where she got her now infamous dreadlocks done.
I think I had about over 30 pieces on my head filled with the cocaine. But even after 10 pieces, I was in like excruciating pain. It's heavy, it's tight. And I was like, no, even if I have to get in trouble at home and explain to them the situation, I'm going home, I'm not doing this.
Now, you did make it past
Immigration in Brazil and made it through to Thailand. How do you think you made it?
I'm not sure really, but I remember, I cannot forget the look of the lady, because her eye was actually on my head. But actually I don't know what she was thinking, because she never said anything.
Thai officials were a lot sharper.
I get to the airport, I take my luggage, and right before the exit, I'm about to exit the airport. I don't know, I think about two gentlemen, Thai gentlemen, but they can speak English. They came to me, they said, ma'am, sorry, can you come with us for a moment? And I said, all right. Because they said they're going to take me to one of their offices. There's something we have to ask you. So I said, okay. So I left with them. And then there they searched everything. They searched my bags and searched everything. They did the whole scan and nothing. And then they said, okay, sorry, ma'am, for wasting your time. I'm like, okay, made it. And then as I was about to exit the door, there was one lady from customs who came. She's also Thai. She says, no, she has something in her hair. Let's check her hair. At the door, that is when I knew that, yes, Babsie, it's over. It's over.
This video of her hair being undone went viral across the globe.
It was very difficult for me, because actually initially I thought if I call my mother, I'll kill her immediately. She'll faint and die, and then I'll never be able to forgive myself. So I said, okay, better I call my uncle. So they gave me the phone. I called my uncle, and then I said, listen, I cannot talk for long, but I'm in Thailand. So immediately he's shocked, because Thailand, Brazil, Thailand, what is going on? He says, no, Thailand, Brazil, but Brazil. I said, no, I don't have time. Just know now that I happened to be in Thailand, and I got arrested at the airport for drug smuggling. He screamed, and then in the background I could hear people shouting, what is going on? And from then I couldn't take it, because even to this day, if I think about that scream, if I think about what happened after, the noise I could hear, it was too much for me. So after that, I was in a daze again. Even during that video and the press conference, really, I don't remember much of it. I was really on autopilot.
She spent the night at the customs office, her life having taken a horrible turn.
I was actually chained to that couch, chain and padlocks. It sounds like nothing really, but the feeling you get being chained like that at the ankle to a chair, it is one of the most, for me, dehumanizing kind of experiences ever. Yes, at that moment I felt at my lowest. I was like, is this what your life has come to? And I don't know, maybe at the time actually I thought maybe I deserved something like that for what I'd done to my family. So I was like, okay, this is the price you have to pay. You have to be a big girl. If you got yourself this far, then you You have to just make sure you get back home and at least say sorry to them. Yes.
She says the friend who'd introduced her to the drug trade vanished.
I don't know, there's something in me from the moment I got arrested and I couldn't reach my friend. I knew that now, Babsie, this is not the time to look at anybody else, to blame somebody else, because actually it's you has to do this time.
Yeah.
When she was eventually sentenced, no family member was present in court.
And immediately this overwhelming feeling of, like, I'm sleepy, I want to sleep. My whole body was like exhausted because, you know, the build-up to being sentenced, it's the worst experience ever because you don't know which way your life is going to swing now. And you know that it's in somebody else's hands.
Coming up,
the day I got arrested is my mother's birthday, 11th of December. And then 2, my own birthdays, I'm supposed to be celebrating and saying happy birthday to my sister, and I'm not there. I'm stuck in Thailand somewhere.